everyone. Welcome to ArkansasYarnCast, and I am Lori.
And I am Anna.
Jessica.
And we are recording here at Arkansas Yarn Company, and we are so excited to have you guys spend a little bit of time with us. What are y'all working on?
So I've got a couple of things that I'm working on. I am still working on my Bright Axis tee. Let me find my side seams here. So I decided to split my hem on my Bright Axis sweater. So I've got about 1.5 inches on the front and for the ribbing, and about 2.5 inches on the back. And I am doing this. This yarn is it's called Drink Me by Dragon Horde Yarns. And so I'm really excited. I'm going to add a couple of inches onto this from what the pattern calls for. And so I just connected my second skein of yarn for this, which is really exciting. I've been moving along quite well with this.
Yeah, you are cranking along.
The other thing that I am working on, I just started now this is a test knit for Dragon Horde Designs. Same person who dyed the yarn that I'm using for my Bright Axis. She also designs, and so this is the Selkie Tank.
I love how the shaping is on the one side of the tank now.
So it is going to be knit flat. It is a tank top, and I'm really liking this I-cord strap that she's got going on. So this is just the left front panel. I just finished this.
That's gonna be comfortable.
It's going to be extremely comfortable.
What I think was so smart and so nice for her is that she made the band bigger on the bigger sizes.
Yeah, that is really nice to have a thicker strap for the larger sizes.
It's very considerate because not a lot of people do that.
And for a nice little summer tank, we just got this base in, and it is a 51, 25, 24
Something like
baby that. Alpaca linen silk blend. So this is Arkansas Yarn Co. yarn, and it's a brand new base we just got in. We're going to be dyeing it and putting it online here really soon. This is my first test with it.
Have we named this color?
I don't know that we have. We were throwing a couple of names around. Maybe y'all could help us. We were thinking either Mindful or Liberty.
To me, it looks just like the patinaed version of the Statue of Liberty. I love this color, but it's also the same color as the Mindful collection from Knitter's Pride. I mean, it matches so many of their things.
So it's pretty much the same color as the cord here, which is the Mindful collection cord from Knitter's Pride. It's a really beautiful color, and I'm really enjoying the way that it knits. It's it's got a little bit of debris in it from the linen, and it's got a bit of a halo, I think, from the baby alpaca, probably. But it just came out really nice, and we've got a beautiful coral too.
That was a lot of fun to dye. It turned out gorgeous.
And it's our first delve into plant-based fiber.
Yeah.
So that'll be exciting to see where we end up going with that.
I have not dyed any plant-based fibers, and so that was a little bit of an experiment, but in a pleasant way. In fact, I'm ordering more of it because it turned out so nicely, and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
It's really great to work with. I'm really enjoying it, and it's got this really pretty base color of just linen. It's really beautiful linen base color.
Takes color a tad bit lighter, so it gives this very, very soft heathery look to it. It's gorgeous, and I can't even tell you that. It's so much prettier in person. It's just gorgeous.
Well, and then the Tussa silk also has that kind of creamy color too. So that's probably
with some sheen to it. So it's gorgeous.
And it's going to make the most beautiful little light summer tank top. I'm really excited.
I hope it's too small for her so I can have it. Serious.
How's your Bright Axis going, Anna?
I am moving along. So I am happy about that. Mine is going to be several inches longer.
I think we decided like 5 or 6 extra inches onto
Yeah.
it, didn't we?
Although now I'm thinking even more.
More.
Yeah, because I am.
Well, we kind of held it up.
Yeah.
We
so,
kind of held it up for her.
Like I got to the 18 inches.
So pretty.
So there is the amount that I have. And I'm gonna add more because I like a tunic.
Yeah.
Because I just do.
Well, it's kind of fun to wear a tunic
Uh-huh.
and leggings during
Yeah.
the summer, and then that way you can put a little black tee underneath it and move it on into fall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited because, straight knitting, that doesn't take any time at all. So
No.
pretty soon here, I'll be putting in my
We'll
woolens and
definitely
knots.
have
You're
woolens
flying.
and nosh on our next video.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so pretty. I love it.
Yeah, Anna and I are cranking at this point. I might even have mine finished by the next podcast.
Y'all. I cast mine on again for the fourth time. They're beating me like nobody's business quick.
We
I
kinda
don't
are.
think they can see that through your
Oh.
sweater. See? Gotta block
Put
out all
a
that extra
different-
pink.
Yeah, like that.
There we go.
There we go.
I have a baby bit. And but I'm substantially happier with the way it is coming along now, my ribbing. I had my heart set on a 1x1 twisted rib, and I was trying to, Jessica,
I don't do twisted rib on
I
a
love
sweater.
twisted rib because I knit continental, and so I find it just super easy just to flick back and forth, and I really like the look of it. I think it looks very decorator, very designer finish to it, and it's just my personal preference. But I'm planning on putting another
Probably another inch.
another
and a
inch
half.
because I like a larger ribbing at the bottom of my sweater. So I am loving it. It's a pleasure to knit with. It's on Sparkle and it's absolutely gorgeous. I went down to a size 2 needle and Jessica was like, you can do it on a 2.5. You're fine. It's fine. And I'm like, it's not fine. So I finally, when I ripped out for the 3rd time, I went down to the 2 that I had my heart set on, and now I'm much happier with it. I don't know, maybe it's subliminal. I don't know, but roller derby on Super Sparkle. It's so pretty.
What else are you working on?
Oh, well, I'm doing a test knit. Oh yeah. Now look at my little Dr. Pepper bag that Laura from Knit for Brains made me. I love it because if I drink a Coke, I like Dr. Pepper. So this is a test knit. Hope I'm allowed to show it.
Oh, show the picture. I don't think it's a secret. I think she showed it on Instagram.
Can y'all see that little pig? If not, we'll have
There we go.
Lucas pop a. If not, we'll have Lucas pop a picture in. Is that the most adorable thing? And here's what makes it even cuter, Jessica.
We'll show all of those little pictures on
I'll
the
have
video.
Lucas put a picture of this.
Turn it around.
It was right side up for me. I'll have Lucas put a picture in so y'all can see this a little closer up. But there's little pig sweaters. It's so cute. And then Scott thought that it would be fun if we did this in Razorback Red so we could have a little pig kit. And I really wish I had put some stuffing in here. But y'all, look at this. It's so darn cute.
He is cute.
I don't know, Jess.
Here, let me.
Look at that.
So he's got his little snout.
Isn't he cute? Look at his little beady eyes. I just love it. I love it.
So he's coming along.
So I dyed a new yarn just for this. It's on my Yummy Sparkle base, and it is like 10% stellina, so sparkly, and I call it Some Pig from Charlotte's Web, when she puts a message in the web for Wilbur. I know it's not, her pattern is for Zonk.
Snonk.
Snonk, and I I had to have a sparkle pig.
Naturally.
So,
Well, of course. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't you want a sparkle pig?
and then I've been knitting, and then I did get some more striping done on Scott's socks. So they're coming along quite nicely. I did, since we were here last, I did from the black row up, and I'm getting ready to switch colors. So I think white's gonna be next. So I'm making some progress on those. I finished some things. How about you?
I did finish some things. What did you finish?
I finished this sweater.
Look at that.
Isn't it pretty? So this is, I used my yarn, but before I got Loopy Mango in, I saw this little sweater on Loopy Mango's website, and this is called the Super Cardi. I bought the book. I bought the book outside of the store because I was so in love with this pattern, and the only way to get it was through the book. So I dyed my own yarn, and I held my extra plump double to get the super bulky. I love it. It's in a seed stitch, and like,
It's got good texture.
look at the sleeves. The sleeves are like amazing. I just love how it looks. So cute.
It's a cute sweater.
And it's snuggly, it feels good, and I love it. And then I finished something else. I finished the Lotus flower beanie. And I did this in that pattern. The pattern is pricey.
Here, let me
It
see
was
if I can
$11. Isn't that pretty? In the pattern, it calls for, it also gives the sizing for chunky yarn. So I used my wedding cake, and then this one with this blue was called,
I don't remember what we called that blue. But it's our yarn.
Yeah,
and it's
my
our
yarn.
extra plump base.
yes. And it turned out so pretty, and then I put a navy blue palm on it. I love this so much. I think it was called Lagoon. That blue is called Lagoon, and I think there may be only one skein of it left.
No, I think we just sold it to Katie.
Yeah, I think we did sell it to Katie. So that's what I finished this. This was a lot of fun. This went so fast. I can't even tell you how fast. I did this whole thing on a Sunday afternoon. It was quick.
Have you seen the new Lotus Blossom cowl?
Lotus,
Lotus flower cowl?
Yes.
It's pretty
It's
too.
so pretty. And I will tell you that I do think I have enough yarn left over to reverse it.
For another hat.
To reverse it for another hat. This was a lot of fun. If y'all haven't checked this out, I highly recommend it. And the pattern is calling for Malabrigo. And we got a ton. I have some of that fluff in my eye now. But we got a ton of the Malabrigo Rasta in, which is what she's calling for.
Yeah.
A lot. We got a lot. We have more than we've ever had. I'm so excited about it.
Malabrigo's been doing really good things for us recently with all the pre-orders they've been letting the stores do.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot. The Lotus Flower Beanie is by Uptown Pearl, and you can find that on Ravelry and perhaps some of the other pattern sites. It was pleasure to knit. It was absolute pleasure to knit. I highly recommend it.
So I've got a finished object.
Yes, you do.
I absolutely love this one. So last year we signed up, we signed the store up because we can do that. We signed the store up.
It's a tax write-off. It's like David. It's a tax write-off.
Well,
Who
there's
pays
store
for that? The government.
Well, they're store samples when
Yeah.
they're finished, so it's a tax write-off. But we signed up for the Stephen West Yarn Along last year, and we got 2 items complete now from last year's Yarn Along.
Yes.
I still plan on finishing the 3rd, probably in the fall. I've not started it yet, and we signed up for this year's Yarn Along, so those are going to get first priority.
Someone spoiled.
But last year, the very first pattern was the Thunderbolts and Lightning with undercover otter yarn.
It's so gorgeous.
It grew a lot.
In her eventide base. So this, I believe, is a 60-20-20 superwash merino yak and silk blend. And it is a ply. I want to say it's a 3 or 4 ply yarn. Whereas our yak silk base is a single ply. So this was a pleasure to work with. I absolutely love the color that it's in because it's my green.
One of our friends asked if she could buy it.
And it is absolutely gorgeous.
You look so pretty in this color too. I love you in green.
I love green.
It makes your eyes look so green. It's
Green
beautiful.
is my favorite.
Pink is my favorite.
Blue is my favorite.
We have our own lane and we stay in it.
So that is my finished object for this this episode because it's the only thing I've finished in the last 2 weeks. I've started 2 new projects with a third to come with the Malabrigo knit along that's starting April 1st.
No joke.
Nope, no joke. April 1st.
Actually,
No fooling.
I picked out my yarn for that, but I'm not entirely certain that I'm going to knit that because I have a project, you know, the Arkansas Yarn Company, the Arkansas Yarn Crawl is coming July 30th through August 7th. And Mockingbird Moon in Rogers, Arkansas, and in our store, we are going to do a knit along together with a design out of the Knit Happy with self-striping yarn. And I think I might cast that shawl on so that I can have it as a store sample to show people what it's going to look like. So I'm really torn. I just don't have time to do the Bright Axis tee, the socks. The piglet's going to be done. I'll probably finish the piglet this weekend, but I just don't think I have enough time to do 2 great big shawls and this sweater. So I have to think about. I do have to think about it. So I'm torn because I so much want to participate.
Yeah, Ann and I, we have our colors picked out with the Malabrigo for the
I have mine picked out too. That's the thing. And it's gorgeous. It's pink and black.
So we will definitely have those as whips for the next episode
Yeah.
of the podcast.
They can't wait to cast on. April 1st is cast on party.
So
Did you bring yours over?
I did bring mine over.
See, I forgot to
Are
bring mine
you
over.
counting it as acquisition?
I was just thinking, did I decide on this before the last one? Have people already seen this? But I don't think so.
we
I
have.
don't think so.
But I guess if you're going to show yours, I got to go get mine.
While she is gone. So, okay, this is all Malabrigo.
Hey, Jess, can you get mine too?
Yeah.
Y'all can help me. Maybe y'all can help me decide. I don't know what to do.
So this is, and I guess if you do it all in Malabrigo, then you get
On their blog.
on their blog,
Uh-huh.
and you can be in the drawing.
Yeah, you if you go to my Arkansas Yarn Co.'s Instagram account, there's a link in there for sign up for the Malabrigo knit along.
We can put it in the description.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description. But you can sign up there, and then if you're doing it along with us, put Arkansas Yarn Co. as the store so they know who you're participating with. And then when you are, and then within that, I think it tells you how to register and then how to participate. So there are going to be lots of prizes, and it's a weekly, I think it's 4 weeks long. And like on the first week, you do from section 1 to section 4. I think, I can't remember exactly. There's a whole, they have a schedule now. And
Okay,
there are like 6 prizes every single week, and it is 4 skeins of yarn. It's a kit, and they're sending you a pattern and 4 skeins of yarn, and there's 6 of them every single week. And then there's a great big grand prize. So if you're on the fence about doing this, do it. You have a huge chance of winning a prize.
So we'll link all of the information in the description below, and then if you want to use the Malabrigo sock that we have, I will link that to our website in the
Yeah.
description below as well.
It's gonna be great. And then we're also running a knit along through our Ravelry account, so you can double dip.
Yeah.
So you can double dip. You're just gonna put your finished object. We're only doing one prize, but you can put your finished object in the finished object thread, and then we'll draw from that.
And we'll have a chatter thread as well
There is
on
a chatter.
Ravelry. So
And they're already set up, and that information is also on our Instagram account. It's just so easy for you. I just put a button in. All you have to do is click it and be magically whisked over.
yeah, but it'll be faster if I put it all in the description below.
She's gonna do that. Actually, Lucas is gonna do that.
Bam.
Bam. Thanks, Lucas.
Actually, I will end up doing it because Lucas doesn't know how to find any of that information.
Right.
He just does all the
gonna be
editing up
done.
here.
We want to make it as easy for you to shop with us as possible.
And hang
Show
out.
us your project now.
Okay, so the colors I have chosen.
It's gonna be so pretty, Anna.
Put the variegated in the middle.
Boop.
There we go.
So
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
have
gorgeous.
water green.
I
Is
love
this
that.
one?
Beautiful.
Here, I'll hold it.
And Solus. Am I okay? Yeah.
Mhm, Solus.
So that one, I've been wanting to use this one for a while.
I know you've had your eye on
Like,
that one for a long time.
I pick this one up every chance I get.
She does.
So I'm surprised that you're leaning very green.
I know. I thought she would do a blue.
I mean, they all are kind of in the blue-ish
Green
zone.
family.
And then this is teal feather, which this is a new.
So
newer
that's a newer color for us for our
us.
shop.
Yes.
And we have absolutely been loving it. It's been going with a lot of different colors.
It's so gorgeous, Anna.
Yeah, it is.
We love it. It's so pretty.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
So, but I have to, like, I really feel the need to.
well, you've got
Chop,
like
chop.
a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Jessa and Anna are matchy today. They're twinsies. And
In so many different ways.
right, this is
We've
best
got
friends right here.
We've got the same dress on.
Same dress,
We both have the
Oh,
same
we do.
color nail polish on.
same color.
And
We have our
then
glasses on.
yes, glasses. And then this is my Malabrigo knit along kit that I put together. And so we're both using the water green, which is in the middle here. And then when we got this color in the Flavia, I really fell in love with this colorway. It's a gray with that same minty green in it.
It reads purple to me.
And it is a purpley gray.
It is.
But I really fell in love with this colorway and the water green when we got them in. And I really wanted to use those in this shawl. The majority of the kits that have been put together for the Temperance shawl, which is the name of the shawl for the knit along,
Which is a free download.
it is a free pattern on Ravelry.
And their blog.
And on their blog. Most of the kits that have been put together for this shawl have been a variegated and 2 tonal/solids. Whereas for my kit, I really wanted to be able to use these 2 colors. And I came across this color Lotus, which is also a variegated color that has that minty green in it. And so I am doing 2 variegateds and a solid for my kit.
It's gonna be so pretty.
I think it's
also.
gonna be really pretty, and it's
And outside your comfort zone too.
it is. I don't have anything
Except
in
now
this
you
color
have
palette.
3 things in this color palette because
Well, yeah, the teal color.
Yeah, I was
I've really,
looking at that earlier. It's like,
I've really migrated towards this minty green
it's
tealy
spring.
color.
It's such a spring,
just
summer,
in time
fresh
for-
color.
So that is my temperance shawl choices. What is yours?
Y'all want to see mine? There's going to be no surprise that I'm choosing fuchsia. I'm choosing black, and I'm using Baco. And So
I'm gonna show them the Baka. They can see those colors from far away.
look how pretty that's gonna be. This is why I'm so torn, because it's just absolutely, it's so gorgeous.
Is that in the middle?
Well, actually, this is 1, 2, and 3. This is the way I'm doing my shawl. The color order is this way. It's so beautiful. So there's a lace section in that shawl that's going to be this color, and then there's a ribbing section that's going to be this black, and then both of these are always going to be with one of these. They're all going to eventually touch each other. Every single one of these colors is going to be touching each other. So I'm like so in love with this, which is why it's so hard for me to decide. Y'all help me.
Tell her she should do it.
You'll feel left out if you.
I love it so much. Like, I've been hugging these because
you don't have
look how gorgeous it is.
You don't have to finish it in time. You just have to cast it on with us.
I would feel the need to stay up because someone will be telling me I'm ahead of you.
Well, somebody doesn't sleep.
But someone will be saying, "Oh, how far are you?"
How's that going?
You know you will. She will torture me. She will.
How's that bright access going? Oh, I feel like I should.
Surprised she hasn't yet. Really, I'm surprised she hasn't yet.
So I do have one more acquisition. So
She's cheating on me.
Kind of. I really fell in love, thanks to this dyer and designer. I really have fallen in love with the Court of Thorns and Roses book series by Sarah J. Maas. And Dragon Horde Yarn recently did a mystery sock kit for the release of the new Court of Silver Flames book that just came out in February, and it came with a little charm. So this is my sock kit that I got in the mail. It was a mystery, and it is a nice gray with a little bit of orange kind of speckled in here, but this is the little charm that came with it. So it's on a little lobster hook, and it is a little book charm. It's got the little gilded spine on it and everything, and so I have decided that I am going to use this yarn and I'm going to alter a pattern. I am going to take the Unbreakable Vow mitts, which I can't remember the designer's name off the top of my head, but I will have Lucas put it in here somewhere. And I am going, because the pattern is written for DK worsted and bulky weight yarn for the gloves, and I am going to translate it into a fingering weight. So I'm going to have to do some math for that. But it is an absolutely beautiful pattern, and I think it'll look really cool in this yarn. So I am really excited about this.
What's crazy is when I just got our new shipment of the Knit Happy with self-striping yarn books, we got a second box. We had 2 boxes delivered that day, and it just so happens that there were some of that book.
There was a
in
mistake.
That shipment. They mistakenly sent it to us. So Jessica and Anna got a book.
We got free books.
They did. It was a pure mistake.
I had never even heard of the book or author of the one I ended up with, but there was like the first paragraph. That's what I do. I go in and look at the first paragraph in the back. And
have you started reading it?
I did, but I don't have a lot of attention for a lot of things. So every so often my husband is like, yeah. Every so often Jesse's like, well, how much have you read of that book so far? Like, will you just stop asking? Because it's
am I on a timeline?
So I have recently gotten into listening to audiobooks while I knit.
Yeah, me too.
And Lent really drove that home for me because we gave up television for Lent this year, Lucas and I. So I have been listening to a lot of books while I knit. While I'm at home.
I enjoy doing that.
I mean, I enjoy doing it as well. It's been very nice. I've been really cranking through some books. I started A Court of Silver Flames recently. I would have to say I started it probably Thursday or Friday. And it is a 26-hour and some change book, and I have 3.5 hours left of it.
Wow.
I've really
you better get on it.
Book.
Do you listen to audiobooks?
No, not really, but lately for my knitting time, I've been watching on YouTube, actually, some of Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot. Have you ever heard of that one?
No, I can't even say that.
Well, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but say it with confidence and then people will believe you. So I love that one. It's this little the character is a short Belgium man, and everyone always calls him French, and they're like, "Oh, you're that little French fella," and he's like, "No."
He takes exception to that.
Which, no one wants to be called something they're not. But anyway, so the actor is great, and it's David Suchet or something. Now I'm really not confident on that one. But he is so amusing. So I just put that on. There's you find a playlist within YouTube, push play, and it just keeps going to the next one, and so I just keep on knitting.
That's what happened with me and Emily in Paris. I watched the whole thing. I can't wait for the new episodes. Did you watch that?
I haven't.
Oh my gosh.
That was
I loved it.
Very fun. I really enjoyed it. It took me a couple of episodes to really get into it. I wasn't hooked on the first one, so I tried the second one, and it really started to get a whole lot better. Now, granted, there's only 8 episodes, so once you sit down on a Sunday and binge watch, you're done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the bad part about it, because I thought it was delightful.
Oh, it was great.
Really?
I loved it.
Yes.
I loved it.
Me too.
I love to sit and watch TV while I knit. So it's been really hard for me during Lent this year, but by the next episode, I think, by the next episode I'll be off of that and I'll have new TV shows probably to watch. So tell me in the comments below what are some really good new TV shows that I may have missed in the last month and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to get into Schitt's Creek. I'm on what season am I on?
You're probably on 3.
I've been trying, with the exception of it's a write-off. That part was very funny to me because as a store owner, that part's hilarious to me. But I don't know. I think you either like it or you don't like it, and
I definitely think Schitt's Creek is one of those that if it's not your kind of humor, you're not going to be able to get through it.
I've been giving it a Girl Scout try because I'm thinking there's a lot of episodes. There's a lot of seasons. It's got to get better.
Well, and people,
I think 6 or 8. There's a lot.
People absolutely love Schitt's Creek. It wasn't my kind of humor. I couldn't make it through the first season. I also gave it a try because so many people love it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't make it through it. It's not my kind of comedy. I prefer British comedy. I prefer a little bit of a drier comedy, a little more of an intelligent comedy.
Intelligent. You know what? So what's the name of that show? And then I watched this movie. Ding dong. Eurovision. Have y'all seen Eurovision? It is so hilarious with Will Ferrell.
There is a part where you just about die laughing.
See, and I knew immediately, Anna's like, you have to watch this. So Scott and I watched it. And I knew immediately when Anna's like, there's this part that you're going to die. I knew immediately when I got to that part. Like, I immediately texted her and said, I know where that is. But I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. We cannot, for the life of us, get Jessica to watch it. She won't participate with us.
I don't like stupid humor.
It is so stupid. It's so stupid.
I just don't
it's
like...
It's a waste of eyeball strain.
I just don't like stupid humor. I'm one of those that did not enjoy Napoleon Dynamite. I'm one of those that...
I don't think I ever watched it.
I never watched it.
I don't like Ace Ventura.
Oh.
I mean... Those are, to me, they're, and like Dumb and Dumber, those are stupid comedies that I just, I just don't like them.
But I like Will Ferrell.
Yes.
Like,
I don't feel like he's on that.
Now, to be fair, that being said, I did really enjoy The In-Betweeners, which is a British stupid humor. That it's like a group of boys, like in like high school, that are just messing around, and they do really stupid stuff in their adolescence, and it was funny to watch.
I tried to convince Jessa so long to watch Eurovision. I even went the route of, Jessa, it's a musical. Yeah. You like musicals.
She's not having it.
Not having it.
Not having it.
I do like musicals. I like Broadway musicals.
There's a song in there, and it's like, ya ya, ding dong. But I sent it to Anna, because once you get that song in your head, like, now it's gonna be in our head all night. But I sent the clip to her, and then she sent it to me, and I played it, and my husband's like, no. Now I'm gonna think about that all night, because I made him watch it with me, and yeah, it was. I liked it. I like Elf. I like Elf better.
That's like the only Christmas movie I watch.
See, I do like some of Will Ferrell's movies. I like Elf, and
I love Old School. And
I enjoy Talladega. Is it Talladega Nights?
Yeah, Talladega Nights.
But I mean, and Step Brothers even. I can make it through Step Brothers, but some of Will Ferrell's movies are just stupid, funny movies, and some of them are pretty darn hilarious.
Yeah.
So with Will Ferrell, it's definitely hit or miss for me.
It's funny. I like Will Ferrell.
Now I just want to go watch The Part.
I know that part is great. Hey, if y'all have seen it, y'all should tell us about it down, because we'd like to know what your experience is with it, if you enjoyed it or not. I think it's hilarious. Jessica's not having it. We cannot in any way, shape, or form get her to watch it. We can't even trick her into watching it, which Anna has tried. So, yeah. No.
But for the time being, if you have any good book series recommendations, put them in the comments down below, because I still have a ton of reading left to do, and I am running out of books to listen to before the end of Lent.
I've been listening to the Bridgerton series. I check them out in my library and on Overdrive, and I have thoroughly enjoyed them. I just finished book 6 this morning before I came here. I love it, but I'm nearing the end, and I'm going to need another series as well. So we love to interact with you guys. We love that part. That actually is my very favorite part of this, other than they sit and knit and I sit and visit. Like, this is what we do in the store too. I rarely knit in store.
It is. On our knit night on Thursdays, a lot of people come and they're like, we don't ever see you knit. When do you knit? Because she's really just very social, and she likes to talk, and she doesn't like to knit and talk at the same time for some reason.
Chatty. But this is a funny story. So I knit in church. I was knitting on Scott's socks in church, and Scott's been trying to up his knitting lingo. So he asked me, well, I don't remember what I was working on exactly when he asked the question, but he asked me if it was a FIP, because he merged two knitting terms together. He meant whip, but he said FIP. So anyway, he's like, is this going to be on the podcast? Yeah, I actually think it's going to
Now
be on
that
the
you mention
podcast.
it.
So I love that. I mean, I love that he's working to have the same language as us, because that, I mean, does y'all's husband do that? Does he try?
No.
No?
No,
Lucas?
no.
No?
He says that he already knows more about knitting than he ever wanted to just by editing the videos for us.
Yeah. And also, apparently I'm sending him to hell because he's having to watch TV that he gave up for Lent.
Oh. Now,
by editing.
Now, that being
I told
said,
him that God's going to excuse him for that.
that being said, when we decided to give up TV for Lent, we don't actually have cable. We watch Netflix, we watch Hulu, we watch YouTube. We've got a couple of production companies on YouTube that we actually really enjoy watching. So when I say we gave up TV for Lent, I mean we gave up any kind of visual entertainment.
Like Netflix and Hulu.
Like Netflix
Yeah.
and Hulu
Oh,
and YouTube.
So, like, he's not being entertained.
Well, and that's what I told
he's
him.
being entertained by watching us. Is quite entertaining.
Well,
we
and
think.
that's what I told him, is that I don't feel like watching the podcast to edit it is considered watching TV, because you're not watching it for your own enjoyment. You're watching it so that
for
you can
others'
edit.
enjoyment. Yeah, and I feel like that's a talent that God gave him, and he's utilizing it just for us and you.
Well, and
So I think we should say thank you, Lucas. Thank you, Lucas.
Lucas. So he told me the other day that he's going to have to get a new hard drive for the computer.
Wow.
And, well, the computer he built himself like 5-6 years ago. So it's at the point now where he bought budget parts when he built it. So they weren't going to last very long in terms of like upgrades and stuff and being able to process things and all of that. So while they worked really well when he bought the parts and built the computer, they're a little slow on today's standards.
Yeah.
So he told me the other day, because we both use the computer he uses to edit the videos. We both use his desktop, and I have been complaining that it seems like the computer's been getting a little bit slower. And so he said to me the other day that he's going to have to get a new hard drive, and he was throwing out some weird computer lingo that I don't understand. And I was like, well, is it going to make the computer faster? Am I going to be able to function on it better? And he said yes. And I said, well, that's all I care about.
Did you say, call my mom?
I did not, because he did say when we bought him the last computer part, the new RAM or memory or whatever it is that he had to buy, he said that that's the last thing he's going to have you buy.
It's a write-off. Yeah, that part tickled me to death on Schitt's Creek. It's a write-off. That part, I was tickled by that. That was my humor. But hey, y'all, remember when we were talking last time about Anna's dad, and he sent in the pictures? And was that on the? We put the pictures on the last podcast. Well, today, the day that we're recording this, which is
We don't need to tell them what day his birthday is. Just today that we're recording
is Dad's birthday. So I think everybody should say happy birthday to Anna's dad.
And he watches. He loves to watch.
He does.
In fact,
happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dad.
But
Daddy, happy birthday, Daddy.
in fact, while he's watching, he'll text Anna.
Yes.
And she's normally here at the shop while he's watching. And so we'll get running commentary from him while he's watching our podcast.
Which is so awesome, because he's actually been here in our store, which I love.
It's been 2 Christmases ago now, isn't it?
Yes. Was it last weekend? Anna and I went shopping together, and she came over to my house to pick me up. and she was talking to her dad, so I got to say, "Hey, Daddy," and I was chatting with him, and he told us how much he enjoyed the podcast.
Well, good.
So I'm so happy.
Good.
That makes me happy. We love that. So what else y'all have going on?
Well, I think with the interacting, we should go ahead and say what everyone else is working on, because we had quite a bit of interaction from the last podcast.
We did.
We only got a few pictures though, so I think anyone that commented or sent us pictures has been entered in for the drawing for the tea and the mug. But if we want to go ahead and just pull them all out and say what everyone was working on, we'll put them back in the cup.
Hey y'all, guess what? We have 103 subscribers. I'm thrilled to death considering this is our 4th podcast. So by the time you see this is the 4th podcast. And before we recorded, we had 103 subscribers. So that's like 103 people who wanted to spend some time with us. And that's truly humbling to me. And I personally am very appreciative. So thank y'all so much for doing that. And if you don't mind sharing the word, so we can have more.
Having 103 extra friends.
103 extra friends.
That's more than the one that I already have.
You have me. Your mom is your forever friend. No one loves you like I do.
Well, apparently I have 2 moms.
Look at her frowny face.
But yet I do not get any Mother's Day gifts or
That-
cards.
It's not Mother's Day yet. Don't say that. It's not Mother's Day
She didn't get me
yet.
one last year.
Well, that happened last year.
It happened before because I started telling her, Jessa, where's my Mother's Day?
It was when we went to shop for bathing suits before everything shut down last year. So
Yeah, that didn't go over well.
Oh my goodness. And you guys, I've been measuring my gray hairs today. So
I'm gonna fix them. I think I'm gonna touch them up with some color.
I think they're pretty.
I don't want her to do that because I love them as well.
Well, I mean, like, who's that one lady that embraces her gray? She's got that one big gray streak in her hair. Was that London from TLC?
I do know who you're talking about. Yes,
Stacey London.
yes,
Stacey
I
London.
love that look.
She really rocked that one patch of gray hair that she
Yes.
had.
so maybe I should just like add more.
I think that's a gift, and I think you should not be hiding it. That I do think that's amazing. Now
Okay,
I'm blonde, and when I had those, I'm gonna color mine, but I think you should leave yours.
Oh my
Tell
goodness.
tell us about our participation.
Now then, meditative crafter. Wow, I really wrote this very poorly.
messy.
But it is meditative crafter. Is working on Mountain Mist by Tin Can Knits.
So during all of this, I'll have Lucas post pictures above of the projects. And for any projects that we did not receive pictures for, I'll pull the project picture off of Ravelry.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And that way we all can see
What it is.
Mm-hmm.
I love that part. It's like show and tell.
I really, so Tin Can Knits, she's got some really,
They have excellent.
is it a group? I don't know.
I don't know. Tin Can Knits does a lot of patterns, and
Yeah.
they're very size inclusive in the fact that they go from baby all the way to large adult sizes.
Yeah.
So in almost every pattern they do has that wide range of sizes from child and infant all the way up to large adult.
Well, and they're super easy to read.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't find
They're
them
very friendly
extremely.
read.
I think so. They're very well written. I think
And-
they're nice.
And they've got a lot of free patterns, which is
Yeah.
which is really nice. So a lot of they're very beginner friendly patterns,
And they're
a lot
promoted
of
that
them.
way.
And I love that they're very beginner friendly patterns. They're a great step into a new technique like sweaters or hats or gloves. cowls and shawls, and I mean they've just got a ton of different types of patterns.
They're definitely confident builders.
Yes.
Yes.
And so they're very beginner friendly, they're inexpensive or they're free, and they're very size inclusive, from infant to
so
adult,
nice.
which is really great.
And also nice for, someone that's experienced to
to whip something up real quick.
I think they're nice.
I knit a pair of the mittens for my mom last year.
The mittens.
Mitten. Oh no, that's button.
That's button.
Mitten. Who's got the mitten? That's harder to.
We have to give her a hard time. Her Canadian is showing mitten. Her mitten.
I mean, I don't know where I got that. I like to pronounce
It's okay.
the
It's charming.
T's.
It's charming. She likes to pronounce all the letters, she says.
Now, Cindy Orton was commenting that she was working on swatching for her bright access, but I believe she
is one of my very good friends. She's one of my best good friends. She actually is one of my best good friends. I know her personally, and she actually went to the beach with me. She is one of my best good friends.
So Cindy,
I know that she has already gone on past the swatching and is knitting this sweater.
So we'll go ahead and post a picture of the sweater, and we did get a picture of her project, so we will post her progress up here and probably the bright access over here.
Yeah. So
I'm excited for that.
I know.
I want to I want all of you to be knitting the bright access.
I know.
Everyone.
It's so fun.
It's a really nice sweater. It is a little different that it is bottom up, and I get it because you'll end up picking up the stitches and working side to side on the yoke, and it's got this really nice boat neckline.
Which I love that. I love that neckline.
And we're using the self-striping sock yarn, and so I don't know how thick or thin the stripes are going to be on that.
It's going to be interesting.
But it'll be really fun to figure out how it comes out.
Yes, it will. It sure will.
But it's a very quick knit because I got this much done from the ribbing up in a weekend.
Yeah, just a weekend.
So it's a very quick knit.
And you did your ribbing in 2 pieces and joined in the round, so I think that slows a person down a little bit too.
A smidge.
A smidge. I started my second version that way.
Yeah.
It didn't work out that great because I had to purl in the back loop.
Okay, who's next?
Kathy Barton.
Hi, Miss Kathy.
Now, did I mean to write?
It's a Whistler.
Okay. Is working on the Whistler
Hat
by Kate Savard.
I think so.
I think that's probably the correct pronunciation. But it's a really pretty hat. It's finished. She just finished it.
Oh.
She sent us a picture.
Exciting.
It is out of the Malabrigo Rasta snake colorway. And she's got the same navy pom-pom
I think she
on the top of her hat that she bought from us.
She did buy that from us. And that'll be really pretty with the navy palm on it, that colorway.
So we'll have that picture up here with the pattern name and designer as well.
Now, Cindy Fuller is working on the Musselburgh Hat by,
Isilda Teague.
Isilda Teague.
Isilda Teague.
You guys, I just threw down
Isilda.
It'll be written up in here.
Yeah.
So the Musselburgh Hat is very interesting, and a lot of people have been really into it right now. It is a hat worked from the top to the brim, which is uncommon for knitted hats. We generally knit them from the brim up.
And then you begin another brim and go to the other end, and it all shoves inside, so it's 2 hats in one hat.
Yeah, so it's a really
it's reversible, but it's also doubled. And a lot of people who are doing it, they have seen it done with from Kay at the Crazy Sock Lady did it. The girls over at We Share Needles, Maddie and Kristen, they did it. And so there are so many people that are joining in and doing it from seeing these other podcasters doing it. It's gorgeous.
Maddie and Kristen have made several of them now.
Everybody's addicted to them.
Well, and it's really fun because they take sock yarn, so the fingering weight yarn, and so people who have those single skeins just laying around, it's a great use.
I think it's awesome because you can roll the brim and you have a little peekaboo of another color. I think that's such a cute idea.
Is there another one?
Yes. Amanda Cole is working on the Calliope sweater.
Calliope?
Calliope.
Maybe.
Probably.
I think
maybe
Calliope.
Is that an A or an O?
I don't know. You wrote it down.
I know.
I'm going to say that it's the Calliope sweater.
I'm going to say I should probably
correct
work on
it
my
for
writing.
us. Or at least bigger. It's teeny tiny.
with a like number 2 pencil on it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It'll be okay.
On wax paper.
It's okay. It's okay.
So
Good
that'd
job.
be fine. So go ahead and toss them
effort.
all back in the cup. And you want to put your hand over it and give it a shake?
Give it a little mixy mix. Today.
Can't hardly wait to see who it's going to be.
Today's mixing bowl is my last mug I bought. Okay, ready?
We love that mug.
It's so cute. Alrighty. It is Cindy Orton.
Yay! Miss Cindy!
That's
I'm so
exciting.
happy for you. So let's show Miss Cindy what she wins today.
Yeah. And so as a refresher, here is the mug.
And Cindy loves blue, so she's gonna love this.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, you are good people.
It'll go well with her her sweater because the bottom is that nice denim blue
Yeah,
color.
she's doing that.
So that will be nice and
That's awesome.
I love
That's
that.
awesome.
I think that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll get that.
Congratulations.
We'll get that sent out to you.
Yes, we will.
This will come out on Saturday, and so we'll send it out on Monday.
Unless you want to come visit us, Cindy.
Yes, you should come visit us.
You should totally come visit us.
Maybe Thursday for knit night, and we can all start our temperance shawls together.
And you can have a cup of tea with us. I'll text you.
Here's a fun little fact. In this awesome mug that I believe these two ladies gifted to me.
We ordered it specially for you.
We did.
It's Polly's mugs.
Because we're sweet like that.
It's beautiful handmade pottery.
It is, and it's awesome. Okay, so inside is nice cold water. No hot drink for my mug.
That's the
Not this time.
showstopper?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I had some fake coffee in here earlier,
Yeah,
and
Kristen's
then
gotta have. By fake, she means instant.
no,
Well,
it's
it's-
like fake coffee.
It's
not
it's
coffee.
that barley based fake coffee.
Oh.
Roma. It's Roma.
That's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
That looks questionable to me. I don't know
It's-
about that.
It's one of the better tasting of the fake coffee.
Now, see, I'll just
Fake coffee.
have real coffee.
Yeah.
Fake coffee,
I'm
but
trying.
Anna cannot have caffeine because it makes her have migraines. So
No, it's fine on migraines.
It's the acid
It's
that
the
she's
acid.
avoiding right now.
okay,
I have so many issues, you guys.
we're delicate flowers.
Wilting. I'm wilting
It's
flower.
all right.
But I don't know.
okay.
I
We love
always
everybody.
get amused by myself. I'm easily amused. So
I-
there's that.
Have you seen
Keeps
those?
life interesting.
Yes. Have you seen those coffee mugs and it says may contain wine? I like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
I like that. So we need to talk about another giveaway.
Not until the next one.
Okay.
We're going to do one a month.
Okay. That's awesome. One a month. She says she's the boss.
Well, for now. I think once
She's the boss for now.
I think once we start getting
next
more
as boss.
viewers and followers,
I think so too.
we can afford to start giving away a few more things. Maybe do 1 or 2 a month, or maybe do 1 or 2, or maybe do 1 every episode, or 2 every episode. I mean, so eventually we might be able to get to the point where we're just giving things away.
Like this.
But
Maybe.
but for right now, we're just doing this for fun, and we want you to interact with us and hang out with us. because that's
So,
what we want.
Do us a favor and spread the love and tell everybody about us. Please.
Yes.
And continue the thumbs up and the nice comments. We love that.
Yeah, we enjoy.
I particularly like the nice comments.
I mean, we like it when y'all interact with us.
We do.
We like seeing the comments. We like responding back.
I'm really excited about seeing the finished version of the podcast so that I can see all the pictures that are popping up, and it's like virtual show and tell. And part of the reason why we really love doing this podcast is we want to know y'all better, and we want y'all to know us better. And we love having it feel like we're all sitting around the table knitting together. That's what I love.
Show and tell was one of my favorite parts of
I
school.
love that.
Well, and one of the things is we don't rewatch the podcast after we film it. We just hand it over to Lucas and let Lucas edit it. And,
So it's like a little surprise every time.
and then Lucas will like ask for my opinion on placement of things, on the timing of some things, while he edits it, and then he'll upload it, and I edit the description, and I put in any links that need to be put in the description, and then we just make it live on that Saturday. So once it's filmed, she has absolutely no control over it, which drives her nuts.
It doesn't really drive me nuts. It does not really.
It does.
No, actually, it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm good with it. Do y'all think I'm good with it? I'm so good with it. I don't know why they're saying that.
I feel like you guys always make me laugh when I've just like taken in a large amount of something.
So perhaps you should take smaller somethings.
There's that.
I don't know. I feel like I don't expect to have any control over the video, and I love that he pops things up. What I love the most is watching it like y'all and seeing what he did. I think that's awesome. But sometimes I'll say things like, can you slow the credits down a little?
Or can you spell check Instagram?
I never said spell check Instagram. I just sent a picture. That showed it. And both of them were like, so what? What? I'm like, well, Instagram is spelled wrong.
Well, all you did was send us the picture. You didn't say anything. You just sent us the picture.
I know, but I wanted you to see it.
Other people got it though.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not the one who got it. Scott did. Scott's like, they spelled Instagram wrong. And I'm like, what? And he's like, let me back it up.
Well, see, that's the thing, is that if you don't notice it.
Well, when it was going real fast, you didn't. But he slowed it down, and there it was. Glaring. I'm not going to complain, though, because I feel like this. Lucas, you're doing an excellent job, and I appreciate you very much. And I think we all can say that. I think Lucas is doing an excellent job, and I appreciate him very much. He's doing something I can't do.
One of the, I don't know if I should say, well, I'm going to go ahead because why not?
That's how we roll here.
But, in church you get the bulletin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most fun parts about the bulletin is, well, I mean, other than seeing, what all is going on, but is finding any typos.
Now, who does that?
Me.
Who?
Somebody who may or may not have been diagnosed with OCD.
I don't know about that, proofreading.
But there's websites that have, here is a bulletin bloopers.
Oh.
You should,
That might be kind of funny.
So
funny ones.
How do you find those types of websites? Do you just randomly stumble upon them?
I stumble upon a lot when I'm not asleep at 2 in the morning. That's how, I ended up with 5-finger shoes. Was 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm wandering around the internet.
Do y'all know what 5-finger shoes are? Because I don't.
Yeah, you do. They're those shoes that I own that you don't like.
Yeah.
Oh, that your toes fit in.
Yeah.
Y'all, they have shoes that have spots for the toes. Yuck.
It's gloves for your feet.
That's disgusting.
I love them.
So when I was little, we had toe socks I had a pair of rainbow toe
Now
socks.
see, the toe socks are not comfortable.
They hurt the middle of my toes.
It's because the socks were really thick.
I don't like that at all. In fact, that's probably why I don't even like to wear socks. I don't like to wear socks. I usually buy Uggs or I buy Birkenstocks that the fur is already inside and I don't have to have socks because I don't like them. That's another no for me. No on socks. I don't like that toe shoes thing.
I like them. They're fun.
They are.
They seriously couldn't be better friends for each other. They get each other. They like that creepy stuff.
We enjoy
They're perfect.
harassing someone.
They're actually soulmates. They are. They're your soulmates.
I found this thing one time. It said, a friend is just the same soul in a different body.
That was the fortune cookie.
Was that a fortune cookie?
Yeah, when we were sitting here eating.
That they got.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like best friends are just the same soul in
two
different bodies?
Yeah.
I mean, it couldn't be more appropriate for these two, really.
I want to say that.
I'm
one
so
is
happy
still,
for y'all.
Like on the coffee table or something.
Maybe.
I'm thrilled that they love each other so much. You're good, sweet friends.
Yes.
So when my mom and Anna went shopping a couple weekends ago,
They did not say that Anna was my mom.
I was relieved.
I was wondering.
Anna really, really wanted to go shopping to go get this dress.
Yeah.
And I went online that night and ordered the same dress, but didn't tell my mom. And so Anna and I decided, since mine came in, that we were going to wear the same dress for the podcast so that she would feel left out.
So I said to Jessica, "Oh, you know that Anna just got that dress, right?" She goes, "I know. We're wearing them on the podcast. We're gonna match."
Oh my goodness, you guys. These dresses.
Stand up.
Okay, yeah.
Stand up.
So
Oh, here.
okay. So
You have
first
no
off,
idea how big
this-
these pockets are.
It has pockets. That's one thing.
Like
But
a baby
then-
kangaroo can fit in there.
Okay. Yeah, probably. So there
Probably.
goes one. There goes two.
Oh, I bet you can get a third one in there.
Yeah, there goes three.
Seriously.
And it's all
Three.
in there.
3 skeins of yarn in our pockets.
So
And my
I said,
hand.
you can put your knitting project in there and walk and knit. She's like, I think I'm gonna do that.
I'm thinking, yeah, because I
Why
have
wouldn't
like
you?
done
Well,
that.
I mean, when you go hiking out in the woods by yourself, you can take
Yeah.
your knitting project now.
I'll have my needles
At
for
least-
self-defense.
And we had comments that said you shouldn't, if you hear banjos, don't go check.
I think that was
Start
Cindy.
I think it was Miss Maggie.
Was it Maggie?
Yeah, she's like, if you do hear banjos in the woods, don't go check it out. I'm not a fan of that.
I have my pepper spray on my keychain now.
Now.
Good.
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 Well, I think that's all we have for today.
I think it is. I'm so glad y'all joined us.
Yeah.
Yes. We
fun.
really enjoy having y'all join us, and we
So much.
we love seeing your comments and responding back to them.
And actually, you know how sometimes I post online that when you buy from a small business, like not Amazon, then we do a happy dance. When we get nice comments and fun comments from you guys, we do a happy dance. We love it. We absolutely, like Anna's like, did you see that one about the banjo? we really and truly love it. So keep it up. We love seeing it.
So please give me recommendations for new book series,
Yep.
for shows to watch when I
Yeah.
get off
Series.
of TV jail.
It's Lent. It's Lent.
TV jail. And then ask us anything you want. We'll answer them. We'll answer your questions on the next podcast.
We love seeing the questions
We do. We like to answer questions. It
Love
gives
it.
us something to talk about.
so much. Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you next week or next time
Yeah, next
on
podcast.
ArkansasYarnCast. Bye, y'all.
Bye.